Thanks for stopping by Todd Wetstein Photography again. Today, we're going to learn a real important lesson about getting good photos, and it's called selective focus. And I want to talk about selective focus and rule of thirds at the same time today. Okay? Now, rule of thirds, many of you have probably already heard about that. For those who haven't, I got my crayons out again today, literally, and we'll make this really simple. Okay, we want to pretend we have a tic-tac-toe grid on our photo. Okay, where these lines are intersecting here, these are good suggestions. Okay, not a rule etched in stone, but good suggestions to place your subject. Okay, so if we had a moose, say, standing out in the field, what we want to do, if that moose is facing left to right, we want to put that moose on the left side of our page so he's walking in to the page and not here where he's walking off. Okay, we want to put it here where it's looking into the wide part of the page. We don't want to bullseye everything here. Okay, and the reason being, it might look good, but it looks like everybody else's. And you're here at Todd Wetstein Photography, and my goal is to make your photos stand out above everybody else's. Okay, and by doing this, by putting that moose's eyes right here, maybe that moose is standing there looking down, so this would be good. He's looking this direction. Maybe we have a bird flying like this. We'd put it right here, flying into the wide side of the page. So that's very simple. It's rule of thirds. Now, sometimes that waterfall, little Johnny, Fido, or whatever, is going to look best right here bullseye. Remember, these rules aren't etched in stone. So what we want to do, when you grab your camera, if you haven't moved that little red dot or that black square inside your viewfinder, if you don't know how to move that around, it's probably stuck right there in the middle. So if that moose, if you're trying to use the rule of thirds that way, say that moose is up in the top right corner and you take that photo, you didn't take a picture of that moose. You took a picture of whatever that black square or that red dot is on. That's what's determining your brightness, your luminosity, and that is going to be the sharpest part of your image. So if that square or that red dot is hitting a plant or something that's 10 foot away, if that moose in the top left corner is 20 feet away, it's going to be very blurry because it's not the same focal length, same distance from your camera. Okay. What we want to do, and you'll have to read on there for selective focus how to move your little square around. For this Nikon right here, you see I have this little tab right here. Hard to see, but there's this little tab and I can move that. Okay? Right now, if we look at it, put it back. Right now, see that dot, how it's on the L? It's locked. So that square or that red dot is going to stay wherever it is. Now I've unlocked it. So if I push my shutter button down halfway, I've activated my camera back to shooting mode. Okay? Now, if I look through there, I can use this wheel right here and I can move that square or that dot around. Now, if you have a Canon camera, you have a little asterisk up here. If you push that, then you can move your little dial and it'll move that dot around in there. There's different ways. Every camera will move those dots around differently. Mine's real easy right here. Okay, Canon, you got to push a button down up here, and then you can do it. Sony's, they're all different, but we want to figure out how to get to selective focus where we can move that square around. Okay, so what we want to do then, if we're taking this photo and we got the moose standing right up here, we can move that square from the center to right here. Okay, now we've got that square over the moose's eyes. The moose is looking into the wide side of the page. And what happens is the moose's eyes are going to be the sharpest. Okay, you got to put this square. If you're taking a picture of a bug, a person, or an animal, this square or red dot needs to be over an eyeball. Okay, the eyes have to be the sharpest part of the image. The rest of it doesn't have to be sharp at all. The eyes have to be sharp. And that's how we do that. If we would have left that square right here, even though we got the composition how we want it, our subject is going to be this, because that's where everybody's eye is going to go. That's going to be the sharpest part of your image. Moving that red dot or that square is how we're going to draw our viewer's eye to that part of the image. Okay, if you've seen a football player in a magazine laid out for that football, okay, you can see the pupils in his eyes. You can count his eyelashes. The people in the stands, the people coming to hit him, the other football players, they're blurred out a little bit because they're not the same distance from the camera. Okay, your camera, put that dot over that person's eyes. When you grab that photo, you're sitting there and your eye goes right to that wide receiver's eyes. Okay, he caught that football. It doesn't go to the people in the bleachers because they look like little blobs of paint. It's not looking at the cheerleaders because they're blurred out. Selective focus and aperture brings the viewer's eye right to where you want it to go. Okay, so that's all there is to it. You can get in your owner's manual or get a YouTube video and figure out on your Canon or your Sony or your Olympus how you get to activate your selective focus, or you can stop on my Patreon channel and you can subscribe to a level where we sit and do Zoom meetings once a month for 30 minutes, and I can help you. But if you haven't seen my Patreon channel, it's a way that my fans and stuff can support me and help me keep bringing these videos to you. I love doing this, and I hope I'm helping you. Please check out more of my videos, and more importantly, get out and shoot. Okay, you're going to learn as much from the photos you take that you like as you do the photos you take that you don't like. And it's going to be so much fun, and it's always nice to get out on the trail or out in front of a waterfall or whatever. But thanks for stopping here at Todd Wetstein Photography. This really means a lot to me that you're checking out my videos, and let me know in the comments below how I've done or if I can help you. Thanks again.